Welcome everyone. Today we are going to solve question number 464 to question number 468 in our daily 5. So starting with the question number 464, what it says? It says you have to find out the amount of reactive power in the circuit when the current is given by a phasor of 2 at the angle of minus 45 degree and the voltage is given by a phasor of 10 at the angle of 15 degree. So voltage phasor V is equal to 10 at the angle of 15 degree and the current phasor is equal to 2 at the angle of minus 45 degree. So what you know? The power in a circuit is given by P is equal to V into I into cos of phi, where this phi is nothing but the power factor angle, that is the angle between the voltage phasor and the current phasor. So this phi is equal to here 15 plus 45 degrees is equal to 60 degree. So this P is equal to 10 into 2 into cos of 60 degree. This is the active power, but we have to find out the reactive power. So this is S and is given by VI sin phi. That means this is equal to 10 into 2 into sin 60 degree. This is equal to 10 into 2 into sin 60 degree, which is equal to root 3 by 2. So this is equal to 10 root 3. That means this is equal to 17.3. What will be the unit? The unit will be VAR, means volt ampere reactive. So the option number A here will be the answer. Okay. So next we will solve the question number 465. A circuit is given and we have to find the transient response here, means the current in the time domain. So what is the circuit? It is nothing but a RC series circuit where the switch is made closed at time t equal to 0. Now for such kind of circuit, this IT is found to be as V by R into e to the power minus t by RC. And where from this equation comes, we know for this RC series circuit which is excited by a DC voltage source, this V is nothing but equal to R into IT plus 1 by C integration IT dt by KVL, that is Kirchhoff's voltage law. Now if we can solve this equation for IT, we will get the expression of current. Okay. So this V by R into e to the power minus t by RC will be the answer here. So the option number A again here will be the answer. Okay. So next is the question number 466. What it says? It says in a RLC series AC circuit, if frequency is below the resonant frequency, then which inequality or equality here is true? So for that we have to know that for a RLC series circuit with the variation of the frequency, how the capacitive reactance, that is XC, and the inductive reactance, that is XL, varies with the change in frequency. Okay. So if we plot this can be Z or R or XL or XC, and this is the frequency. We know XC is inversely proportional to frequency. Okay. So this will be like this, the variation of XC. Now it is in the fourth quadrant because XC is generally taken as negative. And XL is proportional to F. So this will be the plot of XL and R is fixed. Now if we have to find the net reactance, then we have to plot the difference between XL and XC. Okay. So how that plot will look like? That plot will be like this. So this point will be the point of resonance where XL equal to XC. So below this point or the point of resonance, XC will be greater than XL. So this part will be capacitive, and above the resonance frequency, XL will be greater than XC. So here the circuit will be inductive. So in our case, as the frequency is less than resonant frequency, so we can say that the circuit will be capacitive. Okay. That means here XC will be greater than XL and the option will be C. Now we'll go for the question number 467. It says a 10 kVA 220 by 220 volt 50 Hz transformer shows 340 watt in short circuit test and 168 watt in open circuit test. Its efficiency at full load and 0.8 power factor lagging will be how much? Okay, so the transformer rating is 10 kVA. That means at 0.8 power factor, the output power of the transformer will be 10 kVA into the power factor. This is kVA, this is power factor. So it is equal to 8 kilowatt. So this is the output. Now the transformer shows 340 watt in short circuit test. That means this is the copper loss, and 168 watt in open circuit test. That means this is the iron loss. So we know that efficiency of a transformer is equal to output of the transformer by input of the transformer. Now we also know that the input to the transformer is nothing but P input plus P loss. This loss is composed of both iron and copper loss. So the P output is 8 divided by P input 8, and the losses means 0.34 plus 0.168. Now if we calculate this, we will get that the value of the efficiency in percentage will be equal to 94.02%, which is nothing but approximately equal to 94%. So here the option B will be our answer. Okay. Now we will go for the last question, that is question number 4, 6, 8. What it says: the connected load of a consumer is 2 kilowatt and his maximum demand is 1.5 kilowatt, and we have to find out the load factor of the consumer. And what do we know? We know that the load factor is given by average load by maximum demand. But in our case, though the maximum demand is given, but the average load of the consumer is not given. So basically we will not be able to find out the load factor. So here none of this, that is option number D, will be the answer. But if the question was to determine the demand factor, which is given by maximum demand divided by connected load, then we would have able to calculate the load factor of the consumer. Okay, so with this I am finishing the daily 5 for this day. So thank you. Thanks for watching.